Hey everybody, I'm Rick the Pilot Teacher, and I'm currently out working on wildfires, and that means a lot of moving back and forth between camps and hotels. And the last few weeks have made me realize just how much junk I have to carry with all my bags. So in this video I'm going to see what kind of new pilot bag that I can find to basically take all of my junk and fit it into one bag. So here is all my junk that I have to lug around with me when I go flying. So what I've got here is my pilot bag, and in there I've got all my headset, my iPad, all my manuals, my documents, my paperwork that I need when I go flying. Next to it I've got my laptop bag. My laptop bag's got a coffee holder and water on the other side. It's got my laptop, all my cables, some notepad, paper, pens, chargers, you name it, all the junk that goes with a laptop. Then since I've been doing YouTube, I've got all my camera gear, and I've managed to squeeze it all down into a cooler, but it's a pain because it's all crammed in there. So every time I want to make a video, it takes me 10 minutes just to get all the junk out and put it all together to make the videos. Next to it, got my lunch cooler. That one I have an ice pack that goes in there. I think I'm going to probably keep that separate because I don't know if I want a lunch cooler with possible condensation off the ice pack going into all my my iPad, my laptop, my headset, that kind of stuff. So we'll see what kind of flight bags are available, see if there's one with an integrated cooler in there, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably going to have to keep my cooler separate. But if I can get all this lot down to just a lunch cooler and just a flight bag, that will be so much better than trying to cart all this stuff back and forth every single day. So as you can see, a lot of junk. Let's go find something to shrink it all down into. So here I am on BrightLine Bags' website, and I really like their website. It's very clear, well laid out, and I've just noticed that you can actually have this bag in so many different configurations. So you can build it to suit exactly what your needs are. So here we've got some pre-configured bags. Oh, this is pretty cool too. They're available not only as just for pilots, but you can use them range for shooting, or your camera gear. That's going to work good for me. Business travel, drones. This is actually going to work really good because I'm possibly looking at getting a drone later in the future. So this bag I think is going to be what I'm going to look into. So yeah, this I'm really liking this website. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a good look through the website and look at all their videos, and yeah, I'm gonna see what kind of things that I need, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now I've gone through all of the BrightLine Bags website, and I've read about all the different sections, all the different compartments, and I think I've got a pretty good idea of what I want in my bag. So basically let's just go through and build it, and let's see what it comes out at. So obviously the first thing that we've got to do, I'm going to add an item. So the bags kind of start with kind of end pockets. So I don't want these pre-configured bags. I want to completely make my own. So what I'm going to do first is I want a front cap, and this one I like because it's got lots of pockets. So that's going to be good for all my things like my pens, my cables, chargers, sunglasses, you name it. Put my wallet in there. So we're going to do that. So that's going to be one end of my bag. So the next thing I'm going to want is, I don't want a rear cap just yet, and I'm going to want a center section because I want something to put in my headset, my iPad, and basically my flying sections, because I want my bag to kind of be in different sections. I want to have my flying section, my YouTube and filming section, and then kind of like my laptop section. So what I'm going to pick is I'm going to pick a CS4, and The CS4, this is going to zip onto the CS4 here. So the CS4, as you look, you've got this pocket in the middle, or this divider in the middle, that can be moved. And the other cool thing about it is you can actually access the top of the section. This will actually fit 2 headsets if you're opening it up as you see it, but I'm going to take this divider out so I can put all my headset and everything in here. So yeah, so I'm going to have a CS4 for all of my flight gear, my headsets. So the next thing I want to do is I want to have also another area where I can store all of my filming gear. So when I went around and had a look at this, what you do is I get another CS4 section, which is here, because basically there's the CS2, so you've got 2-inch, 2-inch tall, 3-inch, 4-inch, 5, and if I was still using my helmet, I could actually have a CS11, which would be the main section of my bag, which is big enough to fit a flight helmet in. So if you're using a flight helmet, this could be the center of your bag, but I'm basically using 2 CS4s. So I'm going to get another CS4, so this is going to be my film gear, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to the bottom here, and I'm going to get this camera divider kit, and it's basically all Velcro dividers, so I can make it suit all of my GoPros, my DSLR, my mounts, all that kind of thing. So I think this is really cool, and again, you can access this from the front and the top. So if I need to pull out my DSLR, I can just basically unzip the top and pull my camera straight out. So I think this is an awesome feature. So here is the center sections with the divider. The next thing I'm going to need is I'm going to need somewhere to put my laptop. Now if you've got a smaller laptop, it's great because you can just use one of these CS2 sections, but my laptop is a 15-inch, so I'm going to need this taller one here. It's going to stick out a bit higher than the rest of the bag, as you can kind of see, but it's the only way that I can fit in my laptop. So that one is a CS2 tall. Okay, so that's pretty much the front. Now I just need something to go on the back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a end section. So the rear cap's a bit different. You've got to be careful with this. I was reading into all this, and if you get a pocket cap front and a pocket cap rear, the zippers don't line up, so you've got to get the kind of the right ones. So they're the same price and they're the same, it's just the way that the zippers line up for it to fit on the other end of the bag. So because I've got a lot of gear, again I'm going to want some more pockets, so I'm going to basically add this. So this is, as you look, is kind of my bag. So you've got the front pocket, CS4 for all of my headset and flight gear, a CS4 with my camera divider set in it for all my filming gear. I've got my laptop that goes on the end, and then this pocket cap rear is going to fit on the back end of the laptop. So that's pretty much the bulk of the bag, and what I want to do now is just add a few extra things so that I've got everything I need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come down and I'm going to look at all the side pockets. Now I don't need like a handheld radio or anything like that, but I always have water and I always have my coffee. So these are going to fit on the ends. So I'm going to get 2 of these, and these are going to go basically on the side of the CS4 sections. So I'm probably going to put one on one side and one on the other, or I may even put both on one side, and then I can carry the bag kind of flush against my hip. So we'll see as we get those. But I like these because they're kind of you can fit different sizes in them just by adjusting the neoprene sleeve here, and then the straps kind of lock it in place. And these fit all into these sections, these pockets here, which make it really cool. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to need is obviously some handles. This is going to be quite a big bag, so I'm going to need a shoulder strap of some kind and probably a carry handle. Where are we? So here's all the stuff for the shooting. So shoulder strap I'm definitely going to need, and main handle. What I like about this is, let's say if you're an airline pilot, you can actually get this so it goes onto a folding cart, so it just comes just like a normal like flying bag, except it's modular. So I think that was kind of cool. But for me, I'm going to get a shoulder strap, and then the last thing is the main handle, and I think that is about it. And what I like about this is as you go, it shows you your running total. So yeah, it's $400 for a bag. It's not cheap, but you know what? This is built exactly to what I think I'm gonna need. So it's perfect. If I can get 10 years use out of this, then it's paid for itself 5 times over. So yeah, they're not cheap, but I really like this. I really like the idea. So the fact that it's going to be into sections, and I can kind of just take my flight bag or just take my laptop or take it all, I think is a really, really cool idea. So yeah, so I'm going to order this up, and yeah, I'll see you once it arrives. So here is all the stuff that I use on a daily basis when I'm flying. This is what has all come out on my bags that I had before I got my BrightLine gear bag. Yep, there's a sock there, you're going to see why in a minute. But I got a ton of gear, and it's all going to go in this bag. So let's see if it all fits. So that was all of my flight gear. that was an insane amount of junk, and it's all fitted in here with room to spare. But you know what else is crazy? I've still got all my video gear that I use to make these videos with. That's going to go in there too. So the sock, put my GoPro in, stops the screen from getting scratched. It works great, and it's cheap, it's free. And that, my friends, is why these BrightLine gear bags are awesome. That's a ton of gear. So I'm just packing this away, and I've still got empty pockets. After all my stuff has gone in, I've still got empty pockets. This bag blows my mind. The guys at BrightLine have done a really good job. Like it takes a lot for me to be kind of lost for words, I suppose. Some people say I talk too much, but I'm blown away. It's incredible. So you know how some people do reviews and they're just in a desk in a room? I'm obviously trying to give you a complete real world review of this gear bag. Can you hear that? Again, you try and do videos, everybody starts making noise. We've got a Bell 212 fire attack helicopter coming in. I don't know, you can't even see him on the screen yet. It's just a dot. But you can hear him come in about 10 miles away. wanted a real world review, I'll get much noisier than a belting 12. So when I'm not flying, I love to come camping, and I've been an early riser for years, so one of my favourite things is to get up way before my kids get up and the peace and tranquility is destroyed, and just sit and write some drafts for the blog post on pilotteacher.com or come up with new ideas on my YouTube channel. And to do that, I love to bring my laptop. Now, this gear bag is fantastic. All I had to do, unzip it from my pilot bag, and I've got everything. I've got my laptop in here, I've got all my cables in here, quick handle on the top. It's perfect, and it takes up no room. Look at this. It's what, 6 inches thin. It's fantastic. It's just, this gear bag keeps on blowing me away at how good it is to use, and one of the best bags I've ever owned. It's fantastic. If you're looking for a gear bag, whether you are using drones, film gear, laptop, business gear, firearms, sports gear, go on to brightlinebags.com and take a look at their stuff. It's crazy. It's incredible. I'm blown away. It's a little bit heavy. It's about 30 pounds, all of this, but because it's modular, I can just take what I want. And if I need to take it all, pick it up, walk away. See you later.